Hello everybody, this is Crumbs018, and I'm using Streamlabs to record this, just easier on me. Anyway, this is going to be my thoughts on My Hero Academia, Season 2, Episode 8. We had some more fights going on in this episode, obviously, because they had to get through that in order to get to the next round. I actually had to pull up the wiki for the episode because I don't remember the people's names. Because there's so many freaking names. Why do they have to all be Japanese? You know? I can't think of simple names. Anyway, the first episode was, or first fight, I should say, was the girl with the green vine hair. I think her name was Shiozaki. Apparently she wants to do good with her power, which is good. But yeah, she had to correct the DJ guy because he called her an assassin for some strange reason. I don't know why. But she went up against the electric guy, Kaminari. And we all know what happens if he uses too much of his electricity. He turns stupid. And that's exactly what happened. He tried to attack her with his electricity. She blocked it with her hair, which grew back into like a protective shield of vines, essentially. And she was able to restrain him, and since he was able to, since he wasn't able to use his electricity anymore, cannot talk, he lost. Anyway, she got to go on to the next round. Hatsume, the support girl who had all the gadgets, went up against Ida in the next round. And apparently, guess you're not allowed to use gadgets if you don't necessarily need them, because Ida had a gadget that Hatsume gave him. And apparently we found out that even he didn't even know this. Like, if you don't need it for your quirk, then you don't necessarily have to have it, in which case you have to fill out essentially a paper, forms in order to be able to have it, but Ida was actually allowed to use it, thanks to the judge. I can't remember what her name is, but anyway, all Hatsume did for giving him that item was just to show off all her gadgets, so she could get, the attention of the businesses that would want her gadgets. And once she got done showing off everything, which included messing with Ida for a bit, she stepped out of the ring and he won, just because of that. Which doesn't seem like a very fun win. Or a very good win for him, anyway. No, very satisfying win, I should say. Because that's not very satisfying, having to win just because someone surrendered. Anyway, that happened, and while all this is going on, Midoriya is being an absolute freaking fanboy and writing down everything that he sees, essentially. And, Uraraka is getting a little nervous about her fight, obviously, because she's going up against, Bakugo in her fight, and obviously I would be nervous too if I had to face some guy who could freaking make explosions happen. Anyway, the next fight was, Mina, the girl who had a alien-looking look, with the pink face. She went up against the guy who could shoot a laser beam out of his navel. And she obviously knew his weakness, that if he uses it too much it hurts its tummy. And she exploited that, giving her the win. Which it went very good. How do you pronounce? The girl who could create things, as long as she knows the molecular structure of the item she's creating, she was beaten quite easily, just like being pushed out of the ring by Tokoyame's Dark Shadow, because he was aiming at her shield, which ended up pushing her out of the ring. It cost her the win. And it sucked for her because she didn't even really get to show off her quirk that much, and obviously she felt a little bad about that because, well, she wanted to show it off. I mean, who wouldn't? And during this whole time, Uraraka had gotten up and left, and went to the waiting room to wait for her match, and to probably just psych herself up because she's getting nervous. Because she thinks she's been leaning on Midoriya's knowledge to try and win. And she wants to, do it on her own. And the two guys who have similar quirks to each other, I don't remember what their names are, but they ended up in a tie. Which makes sense because, like I said, their quirks are nearly identical. It's just one of them can make their skin hard as rock and make them indestructible. The other makes it hard as steel and indestructible. And, it's kind of hard to win in a fight like that. So, yeah, that's essentially what happened in this episode. I feel bad for the girl that got pushed out of the ring, because that wasn't really much of a fight. I mean, it's probably better that I don't know. Anyway, that was about all I have to say on this episode. I enjoyed watching the fights. And I am curious to see what's going to happen in Uraraka's fight, because it did a cliffhanger starting on her fight. So, yeah. Anyway, that is all I have to say. The links are where they're supposed to be, and I will see everybody next time.